You merge onto the highway after a long day. The traffic is moving. Your mind is somewhere else. Then a car cuts in front of you without signaling. Something changes. Your jaw tightens. Your heart speeds up. A stranger you have never met suddenly feels like an enemy. But the real answer is far stranger than bad driving. Because road rage did not begin with roads. It began long before engines, long before cities, long before civilization itself. The feeling that erupts inside you when another driver cuts you off is older than the automobile by millions of years. It is a survival system, an ancient instinct. And every time traffic turns hostile, that ancient system wakes up. At first, road rage seems irrational. Why should a few seconds of inconvenience create such a powerful emotional reaction? Why do otherwise calm people find themselves yelling inside a metal box? Why do intelligent people make reckless decisions over a lane change? The answer starts with a simple truth. Your brain was not built for traffic. For almost all of human history, your ancestors lived in small groups. They moved through environments where resources were limited, threats were real, and social status could mean the difference between survival and disaster. In that world, losing access to territory mattered. Being challenged mattered. Being disrespected mattered. A failure to respond could cost food, safety, mates, alliances, or social standing. The modern highway is not that world, but your brain often treats it like it is. Psychologist Daniel Kahneman spent much of his career studying the shortcuts and biases that shape human decision-making. One of the most important insights from his work is that your brain is constantly creating interpretations faster than conscious thought can keep up. You do not simply see events, you assign meaning to them. When another driver cuts you off, your conscious mind may understand that the person is distracted, inexperienced, or simply careless. But another part of your brain receives a different message: threat, challenge, disrespect. That interpretation arrives before logic has a chance to speak. Deep inside your brain sits a structure called the amygdala. In plain English, it functions like an alarm system. It scans the world for signs of danger and reacts quickly when something appears threatening. Speed is its greatest strength, and its greatest weakness. The amygdala does not wait for complete information. It cannot afford to. Throughout human evolution, hesitation could be deadly. If a rustle in the bushes might be a predator, responding first and investigating later was often the safer choice. That strategy helped your ancestors survive. Today, it can turn a minor traffic incident into an emotional explosion. Neuroscientist Joseph Ledoux has spent decades studying fear and threat responses. His research revealed that information can reach emotional systems before conscious awareness fully processes what is happening. In other words, you often feel first and think second. That sequence matters, because by the time logic arrives, your body may already be preparing for conflict. Your heart rate increases. Stress hormones flood your bloodstream. Muscles tighten. Attention narrows. The body begins preparing for action, even though there is no predator, no rival tribe, and no physical confrontation taking place. Only traffic. Yet your biology reacts as if something much larger is at stake. Why? Because roads activate another ancient instinct: territory. Across the animal kingdom, territory matters. Birds defend nesting areas. Wolves patrol boundaries. Primates protect valuable space from intruders. Humans are no exception. Evolutionary psychologists have long noted that people become emotionally attached to spaces they perceive as their own. A seat, a desk, a home, a parking spot, a lane. Once you claim a space, your brain begins treating it differently. It becomes yours. And when someone enters that space unexpectedly, ancient territorial systems can activate. Suddenly, a lane change feels personal. Not because it actually is, because your brain interprets it that way. This helps explain one of the strangest aspects of road rage. Most incidents involve complete strangers, people who will never meet again, people who know nothing about one another. Yet the emotional intensity can feel surprisingly personal. The event becomes symbolic. A simple maneuver transforms into a perceived violation, and perceived violations trigger defensive responses. Then there is status. Status is one of the oldest currencies in human history. Anthropologists studying hunter-gatherer societies repeatedly found that social standing influenced cooperation, access to resources, and group influence. Status affected survival. Your ancestors evolved in environments where challenges to status demanded attention. Ignore enough challenges and your position.